Hey everybody, this is my first Christmas crafting project using the He's Making a List kit number 1 for Aunty Vera Scrap and Craft. This kit has the beautiful Cartabella paper collection called Santa's Workshop, and I have just made the cutest project. Check this out, you guys. I have made Santa's milk carton. So I have this 10-piece milk carton set. I've had it for a while now, and I thought I would try my hand at making a milk carton decorated in Christmas style. So I really love how this turned out. It says, greetings from the North Pole Milk Co. On the opposite side, it's got also suitable for reindeer. Over here, you've got Santa and Mrs. Claus, and he's saying, "Got milk?" So funny, it tickles my fancy. So ho ho ho, I love Santa. This is the washi that came in kit number 1. These are stickers that are from the sticker paper from the collection. This is from my own stash. It's mini alpha letters from Kaisercraft. They've discontinued this, so this is really all I have. This is the washi. This is the surprise star of my kit. I didn't really pay it too much attention during my unboxing, but as soon as I opened it, I touched it, and oh, it feels so beautiful. So, you know, really luxurious, and it's textured, and it's 3D, and I just kind of want to put it on everything. So I love this. This was a very pleasant surprise, and you know, one of my very favorite embellishments so far. So on this side, I have got, so I've picked out some stickers from the sticker sheet, and I've put a reindeer here, and I put "Dear Santa, define good," because this reindeer remembers an incident where they played a prank on another reindeer, so now he's wondering if he is not going to be on Santa's nice list. So that's a bit silly, but a bit funny. And a little bit of red there just to break up the blue. Over here, I've just stuck a little bit of sticker here and here to make it look like, you know, there's a little bit of interest there. On the top here, because the milk kind of is all about Santa and reindeers, I've put Santa reading the reindeers a story, and also here, Santa having fun with his reindeers. So it's really showing you that it's a family company, and that Santa loves reindeers, and he's trying to pull on your emotional heartstrings and make you buy his milk carton. This is his very first prototype, and he's hoping to start a franchise in milk production. Along the very top here, I've got Season's Greetings, which is from the ephemera pack, and here I used one of the stickers here that says December 25, and I used my alpha letters at the top here to say best before. A little bit of fun. I did not end up sealing this because I thought, although this is supposed to be a milk carton in fantasy world, I wanted to leave it functional so that I could fill this with chocolates and hand it to my son's teacher. So shh, this is her Christmas present, you guys. We need to go shopping for some chocolates. And that is that. So if you're interested to see how I made this, stay tuned. The tutorial is coming up next. So this is what I was thinking. Really enjoying this paper collection by Cartabella. Very, very cute. And I was actually having a look at this North Pole town, this empire that Santa Claus has built. He's got Elf's dormitory here, so they're actually boarding here. You've got Christmas Central, and I'm thinking this is where all the letters live. He's got a candy factory going. He's got a toy factory going. He's built the train station that brings in all the supplies to make everything he needs. Then Mrs. Claus came in on the action. She believed that she was really good at baking, so she opened up a bakery. They've got reindeers here in a stable. They've even started a Christmas tree forest here. So then I thought, well, in the back of Santa's manor, one night he had a dream and he thought, I know what else I can do to expand my empire. I'm gonna make milk. So I am going to try and make a milk carton from Santa's empire. So this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I had in my mind. So let's see how we go. Okay, so I've gone ahead and folded along all the score lines, and I'm just kind of getting a feel for how big this carton is. Just really quickly. I'm going to do a better job than this in a minute, but I just want to have a look. So that's quite a big, it's like a 1 liter milk carton. I was thinking that I wanted to use these two images, so I'm going to cut them out. And they look like they're going to be perfect here on the side. So one side I'm hoping is going to be Rudolph, and the other half is going to be Santa and Mrs. Claus. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these out just so that I can get some dimensions. I'm thinking of cutting this carton down from a 1 liter carton to a ½ liter carton. And that way it would be a little bit more manageable for me. So let me go ahead and do that. I also found this piece of cardstock from the ephemera pack, so I'm going to pull that out as well. See how we go. So we've got something like that. So I'm thinking I've got a plan to alter this just a little bit so that it reads how I want it to read. Meaning that, and then these will go on this side. So I think these are perfect. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to photocopy this because I want this to be on 2 sides, so the branding side of the milk carton. I'm going to photocopy this, so I have 2 copies of this. Here we go. I've made a photocopy. A little bit lighter than this one, but it's not going to be a problem. Once it's on there, no one's going to notice which one's the original and which one is the photocopy. If it was that high, that would be more manageable for me. So I'm going to cut off these flaps. How I'm going to be doing it is I'm going to cut off 1 flap at a time, and then I'm going to hold it back up to the area where it came from, and I'm going to mark the lines to see where I need to taper. I'm then going to go ahead and mark the area where the bend in the flaps is going to be. I'm going to score it. I'm going to run a pencil line all the way down first. I'm going to have to do this in 2 parts because my scoreboard is not long enough. Now I'm going to cut right up to that line that I just drew, and then I'm going to continue cutting off each flap, bringing it up to that top line, drawing in my taper lines. Each flap is different, that's why I have to do 1 flap at a time. This little edge bit here, I'm going to taper it, and then I'm going to cut all the way from the bottom up to that tapered part. And then with my scissors, I'm going to go ahead and cut where I drew in the taper marks with the pencil. Now it's time to figure out the pattern papers that I'm going to add on each panel. I really love this Santa paper because it has Santa and it's supposed to be Santa's milk, but if I'm going to be using those cut aparts, then it's going to be way too busy, so I decided that I was going to have to use one of the other ones that doesn't have such a busy background. The other thing I had to be careful of, because of the thickness of the paper and all those lines at the very top, I'm gonna end up having to cut two different sizes. The first one is the 3.5 wide by 7 3/16 for one side panel, and for the panel with all those score marks, I'm going to go ahead and do a 3.5 by 5 inch top, and you're going to see what I mean in a moment when I do that. I thought at first that I was going to decide on this plaid, but then I really like the stars, the red and white stars, so I thought, well, perhaps I'll just do one of each, but I thought that that looked a little bit silly, so I did take the plaid one out and I decided to go with the red and white stars. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it into 2 sections just so that the bending part works a little bit better and that it's not all puckered up. Always best to go by cutting it when there's a fold line. I also made sure that my patterns were matching. Now it's time to go ahead and put the milk carton together. I started off with double-sided tape just at the bottom part, making sure that the two flaps go the same way and then the two big ones go on top. So double-sided tape first, and then I finished off with hot glue. Once again with that side one, I finished off with a thin strip of hot glue. And I took my time here because I wanted the carton to be lined up on all edges. I'm closing the top with a paper clip for now. Looks really good, and now it's time to start decorating. So I'm going to start with these two North Pole. I want to cover up the words that say days until Christmas because this is now going to be the label company for the milk. I have got two pieces of paper here, a white, just a normal white one, and a darker one for the shadow, and I'm going off the pole on the existing cardstock. I am grabbing a pen here and just making a little bit of an interest on the sign. Make it look like there's a little bit of snow on top. I thought at first that I was gonna write in the brand, but I kind of didn't like it. I tried capital letters, I tried lowercase, and then I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and bring in these little alphas. This did take a little bit of time, but it is worth it. I really love how it looks. So on one side, I'm gonna make it say North Pole Milk Co. And for the other side, I'm going to make it say also suitable for reindeer. I love how those turn out. So they're going to go on the branding side of the milk carton. They're going to go on with double-sided tape. Now it's time for this one. I soon realized that the background to this cutout was very close to the blue, so I was going to have to change that. I went for this pom-pom ribbon by Heidi Swap. This stuff is so cool. I love it. Like, it looks like pretty snow. Very much one of my favorite items in this kit. Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus go on, and I had a look at Santa Claus's little wink and I thought, you know what, it looks like he's saying got milk. Hint, hint. So he's really happy with Mrs. Claus. They're having a really good year this year in their relationship, so they're having a little bit of a dance in the kitchen. And on the other side, I took away that reindeer cut apart, and I decided to put the sticker and this little scene from the ephemera pack. I love it. The Dear Santa Define Good sticker goes on, and a little red banner. I was a bit worried about the hard edge between the green and the blue here. I decided to put washi all the way across, but that did cover up the blue background. So I took the washi down to show the two sentiments on the washi, and that is ho 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 and love Santa. And I think that that's perfect. I put two snowflakes, one for the red to match Santa's outfit and one for the blue to match Mrs. Claus. All that's left is the top part here. I find a December 25 sticker, and then I'm going to use my alphas here to say best before, like a due date for the milk. And then there's two panels here that are empty that I'm going to add ephemera packs onto. One is one of Santa and the reindeer, and one is one of Santa reading the reindeer a book. And that is pretty much this milk carton, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this project. I had so much fun making it. Don't forget to check out the step-by-step instructions on the blog, and I'll see you back for my next Christmas project.